Saline High School with Coach Pickett. Coach, first of all, how's it feel to be coaching this team? I know you put in for it not too long ago, and a lot of people wanted you to get it. You're here, you got it. How's it feel to be on the sideline or on the bench? How do they call it in basketball?
Yeah, it's a bench. Yeah. And ultimately, again, I think things happen for a reason, and it's the right time for everything. And I'm just happy to be here now and get a chance to coach these guys and be with these guys every day in practice. And they work so hard. It was nice to see them get rewarded today.
My first year in Saline, going back to like 2010, I think it was. You were the coach of the girls' team at the time, right?
Yeah. I was varsity girls coach back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, I like to say I orbit in and orbit out a little bit, but I'm glad to have orbited back in at this time. It's a great group of guys to work with.
So tell me about this team. What do you think of the team you're coaching?
We're still learning each other. Starting so late, we just didn't have the opportunity to have a summer and those type of things, and so it's like 4-player workouts. Didn't see a lot of our football guys, until after the football season, and so, again, we're learning each other. And like I said, people were asking me like today, like, hey, what kind, what are you guys gonna look like? How are you guys gonna be? I'm like, all I know is that we'll play hard. I know 100% we'll play hard, and that was pretty evident today, and how guys just is all over the place, lots of deflections. Really looking to defend, and I think our offense will come along as we get more comfortable with each other and what we're trying to do. But defensively, I was pretty pleased with us.
These kids, they gave it all last year. They're freshmen and sophomores, never played varsity, except for Chris and maybe a couple others. But such a young team, inexperienced team, just thrown into the fire, and they give it their all, and they represented the school as hard as they could. Didn't go well for them in some of the results, but. What do you think those kids can learn from an experience like that, and how do you think it might help them this year?
I was, in my previous stop at Green Hills, I was in the same situation. I had a bunch of guys that hadn't played varsity basketball before, and they were young, varsity-wise, even if they were older. And but then this past summer, I saw, the stuff that we had talked about finally start to sink in. And I see that with these guys. I watched film from last year enough to be able to see what was going on and, and see some of these guys. And, their confidence is a lot higher right now. They spend a ton of time in the gym trying to get better. And so, no doubts about that. And so, it's just a matter of putting it in and, instilling that confidence and having them, be raring to go. And I think, again, we're working that way.
Who are some players who've surprised you a little bit, who you looked at? Maybe you saw film, but now you're watching them in person, and you're like, oh, you're a little bit surprised by what you got here.
I mean, true. I mean, it's hard. I know it seems cliche, but it's
right.
It's hard to single one of them out because a lot of these guys have surprised me. Looking at the film and you see what the leading scores were and those type of things, but there's their work ethic in general, how much they want to get better, how much they want to be coached, how much they want to push each other, but also super positive with each other, which is great. You don't always get that, and so those are the things that I think have been surprising to me, to see how connected they can be, and then you can see it defensively, because defense shows really
right.
if you're connected or not.
What are some of the things you saw here today that you can build on, and then what are some things that maybe you looked at today and said, oh, we got some room to improve here?
Oh yeah, and I said to him after the game, an old veteran coach a long time ago, college guy, said your biggest improvement is between your first and second game. And I said, so we've got a lot of improvement to do. I thought we dealt with what they were doing. Again, I think first games are interesting because you don't know what the other team is doing. You don't know what they're bringing back. You don't have film. And so it's really about your own execution. And so I thought defensively we really executed well. I think offensively, we're lagging behind there a little bit. I thought we ran some sets pretty well tonight that we haven't been running very well. And we missed out on the scrimmage on Saturday. That would have really helped us with our sets, because it's hard to run sets against guys that also know your sets, so we really got to see some other people. So being able to run some things today and see them work, and I think that'll help the kids' confidence, in knowing, because again, it's man, every time we run these things, it doesn't work. And I'm like, it's not about it working in practice, it's about the execution of it. So that was one of the things that was our main vantage points today, was this, execution. So
I'll name a couple players,
and
you just kind of give me a quick thought or two on each of them. Kronberg. Noah.
Yeah, elite shooter, man. But also a hard-nosed basketball player. Super active defensively today. Got in the passing lane a couple times. Got some steals. Get himself loose.
Leo Soteropoulos. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Awesome leader. You know, tough, hard nosed, can finish with both hands. You know, again, he's kind of he's a nice engine half.
Chris Katuna.
Explosive. He's probably the straw of everything for us. And as the year goes on and people start to sink in, like, it's going to allow our shooters to be even more deadly from outside.
Costigan, I would say his first name, but I'll mix it up with the kid from Departed.
Oh, Brady.
Yeah.
Hard nosed in every little aspect of his game. You know, whether it's driving to the hole, whether it's shooting, whether it's competing defensively, just an ultimate competitor.
Gabe out Apollo.
Like literally a trampoline. Like, that guy can get anything off the glass on either side of the glass, and and as he gets more confidence offensively, that's a double machine, waiting to happen.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wait, hold on.